Yo, 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 welcome everybody to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing. This is TCR season number 11 for the Golden Class for round number 7 of the Grand Prix. My name is C Freeze and I will be taking you through today's race. We have 18 full dry race. This is going to be a good one. We're back on the streets of Azerbaijan. A few weeks ago we were at the Monaco Grand Prix, but we have a little bit more room as far as street circuits, and I had to play the Azerbaijan national anthem. It's one of my favorites. I usually don't. We used to play them all the time, but then I just realized after starting the stream, Azerbaijan's is one of my favorites. It's very cool, so I had to play it. But yeah, it's gonna be just me today, so hopefully I don't get too much on everyone's nerves. But we'll go through some information, and hopefully it's a great race. So hopefully everyone enjoys. Before let's get all the information out of the way now, so we can enjoy a nice 50% race. So if anyone is not subscribed yet, please do so. Hit the like as well. We definitely appreciate all the support. Website for joining and information is down in the description. Our Fanatec affiliation sponsor, looking for Fanatec gear, is also down in the description, as well as our TCR custom stickers sponsored by Sticky Fingers Canada. That is also down in the description, so get yourself some stickers. Get yourself a drink, a nice drink, and we're here for 10 minutes of quali still left. Last week was Bats Plus at Britain, taking the win. It was a wonderful race between a lot of the top teams, which we will go through now as far as the standings go. We had the Mercedes involved, the Bats Plus and Perry, who were on the grid tonight. We had the Haas's of Packer and Gold Raider. Also last week, they're also here today, and Snipper Pig and Chargers as well. So the top 3 teams in Golden Class went head-to-head last week, and it was Mercedes pretty much on top, but Bats Plus with the win. As Bats Plus is on a lap, and the Alfa Romeo in front is a little bit in the way. He finally gets out of the way. That is just Jose. He's reserving tonight from Silver, I believe. And Bats Plus did have a fastest first sector, and I think he's going to have a slow middle sector, and I wonder why. So, not ideal for that. I will go through the points in just a second. I will also mention that today we are running strict corner cutting, so all the limits should be in strict. We do use custom, either regular or strict, depending on the track with our own TCR regulations. And tonight we are opting for strict since it's a street circuit. So that is all fair and game. Bats Plus to the line. Let's see if he lost any in the middle sector. Alright, that puts on P6, so not too shabby on the softs. We do have a little mixture of tire strategy going on. Jones opting for the medium, and to be honest, that's a decent lap for the medium. If you get a few more tenths, maybe you could play it a little bit more safe. A lot of drivers still yet to do their laps. McLaren, not the car, but the name, in the AlphaTauri. That can get confusing. He is already out of qualifying, so I don't know if he hit the wall. Oh, but Jones did. What are we doing, Jones? What are we doing? It looks like we're all 4 wheels are still on the car, but oh man, what just happened there, Jones? You might as well come in, get yourself maybe some new tires, and a new wing at that. Oh man, he had a good race last week. I'll shout him out here in quali. He had a nice race last week, getting his first points of the season. He is your previous season 7 champion, so he had a P6 first points of the season. So finally Ferrari is kind of on the board. The other one down in 11th, which is Dre Diggy. I will also want to point out Be Good. He is, I don't know if anyone knows who Be Good is, but he is a long-time TCR veteran, making his return to the grid, taking season 10 off, coming back. Yeah, Blinn says in the chat, "I'm stupid moment there. Better get it out early." Go Jones. You're right. He just did a Leclerc, so he might have. Dre might have Vettel's car, and Jones might have picked Leclerc's. But thankfully he's still moved on. But be good. This guy is a TCR veteran pretty much since Season 3, has been with TCR, and he's making his return as a reserve for the Golden Class. We've always seen him in the top class as far as at the moment of TCR, so he's always been in what was considered the top class, either Platinum or back when we had the 1 classes back then. So he currently has around 81 races. We'll have to check the accuracy of the stats, but we I didn't even know he was racing until tonight, so I right before the stream had to gather some stats to shout him out a little bit. He's got around 81 races. He's probably, I think he is 5th or 4th, depending how much Go-To Guy in Platinum has done races. He is top 5 when it comes to race starts in the in TCR, so 81 at that. 10 podiums in Platinum class, and 23 top 5s, which is also another probably top 10 record. So he's a very nice, solid driver. He was known for being teammates with iRoll, who is also another TCR vet. Did some reserves last season. But Be Good is on a lap. We'll follow him through. We'll shout him out all the way through to the end of the lap here. Tap of the wall coming down the hill, and this exit's crucial. Trying to get the best possible traction onto the straight that's going to carry you down all the way to turn 1, and crucial in the race for overtaking and also defending. You don't want to mess that corner up, but Be Good looks like he did a good job. He's going to go to the line with DRS, and he's going to straight line it, and let's see down this long straightaway where he will place. He's from Canada, P10, so not too shabby for the middle run, I would assume. He's right behind Jones. Alright, so let's do some standings. Let's do driver standings first. It's going to be... It took a little hit in the in the standings. QVR Packer is leading it by 103 points. He has 3 wins on the season. Followed by Perry. Here he is. In the Mercedes, 91 points, so not too far behind. He's got a win and a few podiums along to his name. And P3, we have Chargers in the Red Bull, sitting P4 at the moment. He has 78 points, no wins, but 4 podiums. He did DNF last week, so he did not gain on the other guys in front, so that is unfortunate for him. Remember, Packer had, I think, a P9 finish, which is not ideal or common from Packer, the championship leader. We have Chargers teammate Snipperpig, his right behind him in 4th with 66 points. He's got a win in 2 podiums, 2 seconds. And then rounding off the top 5, and crucial top 5, is Bats Plus. With that win at 45 points. Remember, top 5 is crucial for these drivers in the Golden Class to lock your spot into the TCR All-Star race, which will be happening May 6th. It's a Thursday. The top 5 drivers from each class will be locked in to this All-Star race. It's going to be at Bahrain Short. 100% race at Bahrain Short using the multiplayer cards. These drivers are allowed to make their own custom liveries. We're going to play around with some rules there and have some fun. It's a non-points race, so that top 5 of each class, and then the remaining 5 will be either returning drivers, veterans, champions, other people who might not have made it in but have the credentials to do so, and all that sort of stuff. So it should be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys tune in. That it's only a few weeks away. We have Russia next week, and then we have the TCR All-Star race, and then after that it's the GP for TCR. So a lot of interesting events coming up soon. And I mentioned it last week, Bats Plus, getting that win was pretty crucial for him to get into that top 5, because it's the first ever All-Star race that we're doing, and I think for a lot of these drivers, I mean, I would want to be in it. That's for sure. So we'll see if I'll be racing it or maybe commentating it, but you know, maybe me and Blinn will have a nice commentator's role there. It's, TJ pulling off to the side, getting out of the way for the Renault. Good on him. So we got about 250 left, and drivers going to be making their way out for their last final runs. Snipperpig on pole for the minute. He's got about 2/10 off of Packer. Blinn says he'll be there. Awesome. As what, a driver or a commentator? Which one are you qualifying as? Let's go through your Constructors Champion standings at the moment. It's Red Bull with 144. We mentioned it before, Chargers and Snipper. Gold Raider and Packer, and the Haas is 137, so only a few points behind, and only 1 point behind them. It's the Mercedes. It's got Perry, and you got Bats Plus. And fourth is Bam Bam and Silent with 61, so a good chunk off. And then in fifth, it's the Williams team of F1 Racer and Prudent of 37. Then you got Renault, Ferrari, Racing Point, McLaren, and the only team without points is AlphaTauri with TJ and McLaren with no points. So let's see if they could get into the points this season. It would be their first time, but starting P16 and 18 is not going to do them any favors. Let's see if Dre is finishing a lap here. Nope. He's coming into the pits, and he's not going to have enough time, so that's only P13 for the Renault. Renault. That's red car. Come on, Freeze. That's a Ferrari. Ryan started his lap. Or he just is starting his lap. Not too sure. Let's. Bats Plus is starting his lap. We got Perry starting his lap. So everyone's starting their laps pretty much now. And this is going to be crucial. And Blinn says he'll be there as a calm, not a... He sucks at driving. Well, at least, good thing you said it, not me. I'm kidding, Blinn. You're both that good. Both of them. You're both. Holy moly! I gotta get my words out of here before we start this race. Holy moly! The coffee didn't kick in yet, but no, Blinn, you should be proud of yourself. You know, you're doing a good job. That's all we can count on. Bam Bam is on an out lap. The Haas is also an outlap. He gets a little bit of a toe, not really, it's too far back for that. Breezy retired from the session. He's content. He's on the medium in the top 10, so that should be good for him. We got a Racing Point come to line. Nope, that's going to be outlap as well. And Packer invalidates his lap, and that's it for his qualifying today. He will only get P2 if no one else can improve. Shocking, but it's still pretty good for him. Up in P2, front row of the grid at the moment. Prudent P15. These guys are locked in. Be Good returning of the race, only 12th. Jones is still on the lap. He's a second better than his lap. He's on the softs. Let's see what he gets. P6 for the Ferrari, and very nice. Gets himself into the third row there. A few guys finishing their laps. We have a Mercedes coming to the grid. That's a Bat Plus. Let me see if I get him real quick. He's 7/10 up. Mercedes go P6. And we have his teammate behind, invalidated, so he won't improve on his lap. We have the McLaren of Giggle. And he is going to be coming to the line. A 10th up, only 11th, but then 12th, because Bam Bam, I believe, no, it was, someone else improved there. Is anyone else on the lap? I think that might do it. Let's see Bam Bam here. No, he's invalidated as well. Gold Raiders finished. Packers invalidated. So yeah, I think that will do it. So, oh, just Jose improved. Wow, that's a nice lap from the silver driver. He's reserving today. I knew someone improved. I couldn't see where, and I didn't look far enough up the grid. But just Jose, a really nice P2, so he put some practice in. And Blinn is saying, yes, Jones for P8, so that's a good starting position as well. So this is going to be interesting. But we got Snipper Pig on pole position with a 37.870. That's a good time, I would say so myself. You got just Jose in second. Very impressive by the reserve driver. And Packer P3, Perry P4, Chargers and Gold Raider P6, P5 and P6 respectively. So just like I mentioned earlier, all these drivers, I mean, you look at the Red Bulls, you look at the Haas's, you look at the Mercedes, they're all within the top 7. The only guy not on one of those teams is just Jose. So that's how close these three teams are, and I do believe that the Constructors' Championship might go down as almost a three-way team to the end of the finale in Mexico, because I really do think these cars and teams are very much equally balanced, matched, I should say. So those are your top 10. We left off on P7, so Jones, Ryan, and Bam Bam finish off the top 10, and there we have X Breezy just missing out on those mediums, so it didn't really work out for him, although he will be on the 11th. He could get new tires, new option of tire choice. You got Giggle and the McLaren in 12th. Be Good making his return. I want to see what he does today. We've never seen him in a lower category than Platinum or a top class equivalent, so it's going to be nice to see him there. He's racing with some people he's raced in before, like Dre Diggy and Jones and some of these other drivers, so it's going to be nice to see them three back on and some others as well, and see what he can do in the race here. Hopefully I get through the stream. I did not grab a new water as I sat down, so we only have a little bit left of my water. Hopefully that gets me to the end. And I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. We do appreciate all the support, liking, and hoping everyone subscribes if you're not already. Share it out as well. I know everyone, if you're in the league, you're probably already subscribed and you do all the things we ask, and we appreciate that. But there's got to be at least someone that might enjoy some of these videos, even if they tune in to even watch you or maybe some of the other guys that you go up against. So definitely try to share it out. Definitely does help us, and it's much appreciated for sure. And it doesn't cost you a dime. Although if you do want to pay any money, we do have the TCR stickers, which is also pretty cool. We have some other things coming up. And season 11 has been it's been a shorter season than last season. We had 16 races last go around, and we have 12 on this one. And I think it's gone pretty quick. I mean, we still have 6 races including tonight, 5 not including tonight. So we have a lot more races left to go, a lot more cool events, and I will say it's been a pretty interesting season. It's been an interesting season, and I think I've enjoyed it. I enjoy every season, but this one is a little bit more, maybe. Or maybe not, I don't know. I'm just talking here. Alright, let's put all this up. Let's get all situated, and let's have a nice race. Like I say every week, if you were going to put your predictions down below, you have to do them now, otherwise they don't count. So if you're watching, put your top 3, and let's see if you're right. I'm wrong every week, so it is fine to get your go at it. You know? See if you can get them right. So I believe, if I'm calculating this correctly, we're gonna put Snipper Pig first. I mean, he started first, he might as well end first. We're gonna put you know what, this is now I know why I get it wrong every week. We'll put Perry P2 in the Mercedes. I like what I think he's got a nice nice race gonna go for today. So what did I say? Snipper Pig, Perry, and we'll put Pack. Yeah, we'll put Pack a third. I don't think he'll have a bad day at all. I think he'll be a good day in the office for these guys. It's a dry race as well, so hopefully it's just a straight brawl. No punches below the belt, you know? Just a nice straight up brawl. You got these three equaled teams of the Red Bulls, the Haas's, the Mercedes going at it. You got a returning driver, you have a previous champion on the grid in Jones. You got the AlphaTauris in the back trying to score their first points of the season. They opted not to do the formation lap, so we have Just Jose, a reserve of silver, qualifying P2. So there's a lot in this race that we have to take account for. And look at these guys swerving. Just don't hit the walls. Just don't hit the walls. Blind says QVR Packer for the win. Snipper in second and Perry in third. So a combination of what I had said. Looks like he's the only one playing tonight. No one else wants to put their predictions, and that's fine. You know, it's hard to get him right, I understand. But these guys are coming up, lining up on the grid. We got 18 drivers. It's going to be a good race. Let's see who I should ride on board with. Let's do the championship leader. Let's see how good of a start he can get, and let's see if he can challenge Snipper Pig later on in the opening lap. Holy moly, where'd I go? Alright, this is TCR, Trinity Competitive Racing, for round number 7 of the Golden Class Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and we are on your way. A nice start from Just Jose, a good one from the Red Bull ahead. There's going to be a slow Haas. That is Golderator. Almost clipping the wall, no damage. These guys are single file all the way through very nicely. Up until the back, there's a McLaren, gets a little wiggly on exit. The Renault looking for a move. That is Breezy. But no, so it's all single file. Just Jose losing positions, or is that the glitch? Nope, he did lose one, so he's in P3. He still have the Red Bull out in front. Looks like Perry took P2. Packer must have made a mistake. Yeah, you could see him in the back. Let's see. And there's a bunch of a mess here. We got, who is this? It's hard to see. Chargers. He's got, Packer gets his position now. It's going to be Chargers, followed by Bats Plus, then Just Jose. So that was a very mess there. Coming through Castle for the first time, and the Red Bull's around. Chargers is around in the Red Bull. And we got a bunch. Who else is... No, just him involved. I think we have ghosting on tonight, which, good thing, because holy moly, they would all been out. Would have been a demolition derby over there. But these two doing pretty well. Packer had some trouble. I couldn't really pick up how or why, but he just fended off the rest of the pack. Bats Plus, good start from him. Moved up 3 positions. Let's get the tires up. There we go. Just Jose losing a few, and look at this. The slipstream battle, let's start it now. Just Jose is not gonna, it's not gonna be fun for him. He's got the Renault behind. And he pit, so he had damage. Had to have hit the wall, was Just Jose on the opening lap. DRS is not enabled. We are on lap 2 for the clarification. And the Ferrari here looks like, is that Jones? Hopefully this thing gets all sorted next lap, but the Ferrari and Renault are going at it. A little bit of ghosting, but it's going to be the Ferrari. We don't even know which one that is. I'm assuming that's Jones. Yes, that would be Jones. Up into P10, I assume. Alright, here we go. So Golderator... I'm a little confused, not gonna lie. I don't know how Blind does this every week. But and Chargers is able to get into the pits. He's gonna put the hards on. So while he's in the pits, his teammate's leading. Breezy is out. How's he out? And he's the king of the castle. He's the first king of the castle tonight. He's got to wheel off, and you'd never want to be the king of the castle at Baku. Not in this regards. So that is a VSC deployed, and if Chargers waited at one more lap, he probably would have saved some time, but there he crashed. Right there was the Renault, so he's out down to 17, and you never know how many are going to crash. It's a very tight section. One little misjudgment and you are out, and that is what happened today. Oh, Jones tapping the wall. Let's see about damage. Looks on goods, but easy there, Jonesy. Very dangerous. We're under yellow flags. Perry comes in for a wing changer. Looks, maybe he early pitted. He was P2, so he was battling Snipper Pig. drive through for TJ, and that's not good for the Alpha Tower. I mentioned earlier he needed points. Alpha T needed points, and Alpha T doesn't look like they're getting points when he needs a drive through. So unfortunate. It's so easy to speed under the VSC. And that's what he did there. So we're going to look at the gaps here. We got Gold Raider. DRS should now hopefully be enabled pretty soon with the yellow. And now Snipper Pig has got a 2.5 second gap, and then Packer's got another 2.5 on the other Mercedes of BAT Plus. So a little bit of a separation. Let these guys get into a rhythm, and we'll see how that goes later on in the race. And we got Drizmic and the Williams of Prudent. Looks like Drizmic got the move on. Whoa, watch it, baby. Coming into Castle, and they all hit the wall. Prudence around, and the wing is off. He's gonna do the old reverse, but watch you don't get DQ'd here. Let's see. Oh, he hits the other wall. That's not good. He's gonna need a wing. Oh. Alright, so he did pretty good not to collect anyone else. I got nervous there. I went all quiet. We got the McLaren, not the car, the driver in P12. Let's see if he'll get the racing point ahead. I think Drizmic might have clipped the wall as well. Looks like he might have some damage, so we'll see if he comes into the pits this time round. Looks like he does, so Drizmic is into the pits looking for a wing change. That promotes McLaren to P10, which is good for his race. Another yellow. Who? Prudent retired. Alright, yeah, in the pit. So after that spin, I guess he called it quits relatively early. You never know. Safety cars around here are very common. They almost always happen. You might even get a few of them. But he does decide to... oh, and there's another one. Who's that on the straightaway? Or maybe that is Prudent. I'm confused. Maybe he wrecked on the straight coming to the pits. I don't think he intentionally retired. He might have made a little mistake there with the wing damage. I will say who's in a good spot, and those are the guy. Well, I would say both of them, but Perry already pitted. Be Good. No, I think he did not pit in this race. Let me just check. Nope, the wrong one. Yeah, no, he did not pit, and he's the lead runner on the mediums. No wing damage, it looks like, so he's going to have a nice, strong performance here. If he could keep it clean, he's got the Mercedes behind him. Snipper Pig out in front, doing some fastest laps. The Haas overtaking the Renault in the braking zone. Side by side, down to turn 1, and he's going to get it. So he's up to P4 at the moment. The Renault tries to fight back, but I think he'll just try to slip in and maybe get the DRS for the next straightaway, which he does. He'll throw the card right back at him. So the Renault moves on up. Nicely done in the braking, and which was a move from the Haas is now a move from the Renault. So good racing there. Looks like Perry got past Be Good. That's for P8. He did make his pit stop. Let's look for Dre here. Half a second behind the McLaren of Giggle. And we're at a point now in the race where the strategy is it's all setting itself later on in the race. Everyone had a big gap, a little bit of a gap out in front. Packer seems to bring that gap down about a second out in front. Perry had a pit early. Chargers with the spin. So we'll see if this race with the strategy later on will come back towards everyone. It looks like Packer's now within DRS, so we will keep tabs on that as these guys go through. I just want to make sure Dre gets through Castle all right, and then we'll go back through the whoa! And I don't know if I should say that. Was that wrong of me? I don't know. That might have been wrong of me. Dre hits the wall, and he pretty much did exactly what Jones did. And Jones! Holy moly! Both of them are both Ferraris. What happened? It's like the suspension broke. And Jones and Dre, both Ferraris hitting the wall on the exact same lap. Who's on the right? Who's that? Be Good. What? Oh, we got the VSC. All right, he's good. Don't speed on the Be Good. Don't speed on me, baby. You'll be all right. We got Jones into the pits. Dre's going to follow. It's going to be a double stack for Ferrari. Holy moly, that just went crazy. And McLaren's out. How's he out? On board with Drismic, we're under VSC, and look what's happening. Straight on. Whoa, and Drismic almost hit the same thing as his Chargers. We have a drive-through for X Ryan. Man, they are dropping like flies here at the Baku Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And this is the action we missed last season because we did not race here. As we go back green, Just Jose and Bam Bam, teammates for the day, not the season. The day, Just Jose is the reserve, getting passed into P7. Holy moly. Like I said, this race can change in a dime because it is very hard to get around this track. As Dre is out. I think he called a quits in the pit lane, and that we're down 4. We're down 4 as Packer. Let's see if DRS was enabled. I don't know how that works with the yellow. Let's see if he does get DRS. I'm not too sure if it is. I should be more professional, but and know these facts. Maybe someone could let me know. But we got Packer. Oh, he does have DRS, so that's cool. Battle for the lead, but they both come in very, very late as well. They went over the white line, so we'll have to check the rulebook with Tico. Nah, I'm kidding. I think they're all fine. No wing damage at all. Let's see who comes out. We got Hards for the Red Bull. Let's see what Haas. Let's see what Team Haas does. We got Hards for the Haas. And it's the Red Bull out in front, so it's just as they came in, they came out. Very late indeed, but no undercut, no overcut, and that promotes Perry, who pitted in first. Ryan comes in the pit. He has that drive-through, remember, on the VSC. He just sped in the pit lane. And that promotes Bats Plus, who must have pitted a lap earlier. Or no, he just came in. So how did he gain that much time? I don't know. So it's going to be a 3 racehorse for the lead, net P1, although Perry did pit, so can he get those mediums to the end? That is kind of the question. I don't know. That's why I'm asking it. Will he? I don't know. Or can he? I don't know. I don't know if they'll be quick enough. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe someone can let me know. Will the mediums get to the end for Perry? I don't know. I have no idea. So it looks like the gap is all up in front. These three guys, just as last week, were putting on a show. As mentioned many times in this broadcast, Red Bull, Haas, and the Mercedes. You know you're going to have a winner from one of these teams. These teams are stacked. They're equal. They're within 15 points of the championship as far as the constructors go, and at least one of each team has at least one of them represented in the driver's standing as well. So it's a really nice battle in Golden. It really is a very nice equaled season in that. But these guys are going to have DRS. Bats Plus maybe not so much. He's just outside the second. Let's see how much battery these guys have. They do have quite a lot, so they know how to save it. And it looks like they'll just stack up in line here. It's going to be interesting enough to see if they can catch Perry. Or I'm sure the Mercedes driver of Bats Plus knows what Perry is doing as his teammate. He's got a 3.5 second gap. We'll see. We'll manage that. Perry should have the advantage. He's on the medium. It's just whether or not it could last. That's really the problem. As Gold Raider on Bam Bam. But Bam Bam says, no, not today. He's got the switcheroo, but no, Gold Raider comes back. So Gold Raider went for the move, went a little bit deep, but had the traction. And he's up to P7, so nice move in him. Bam Bam, you had a nice move, but Gold Raider outsmarted you. I mean, these two are veterans of the Golden class, Bam Bam and Gold Raider. So these guys have raced each other before. a few seasons now, so they know what's coming when they race each other. And that's always fun. I think that's one of the coolest things when you do league racing for a long time and you race uh, pretty much the same drivers every week. You get to know them and all, but you get to know their driving style. And it's just very cool when you know exactly what they're going to do before they do it. And I think that's the most interesting part. When you get to know the grid, you kind of outsmart them a little bit. As TJ, it looks like he picked up some wing damage. There we go. Back towards the top 5. Just Jose in DRS of Be Good. Looks like the Alpha's going to try it. And down the inside on the racing point. We'll see if it sticks. And Just Jose is doing quite well to recover from that opening lap wing damage. Starting P2 on the front row. Knocked down a few positions. Had a pit. Got himself back into this race. In a nice top 5, he could he's 13 off from the top 3, which is a problem. But can he rebound for a top 5? I don't know. He just passed TCR Vet of Be Good, so that's good on him. And it's really between these 3 guys, and if they can catch Perry or not. Everyone else looks like pretty big gaps as TJ comes into the pits. So we'll monitor the front and kind of see, you know, what games are being played here and see if they could catch the front. Other than that, we'll see how it goes. It's a long lap time around here. Oh, it's just like that. The championship leader of Haas, of Packer, my bad, just clipped the wall out of 16, I believe. And he might need to pit. You need wings here. If you don't got wings, you don't fly, and that's what Red Bull is doing right now. Out a second and a half over the Haas. Let's see if he pits. I think you have to. Let's see it. Yeah, he's gonna have to pit, but watch when you come in with the wing damage. That's also another tough point here coming in, and he went too quick as well. So 2 weeks in a row, Packer, the championship leader, making mistakes, costly mistakes. Getting wing damage here today is a 5-second penalty in that. He's going to need a wing change. He's going to lose some positions. He took himself out of the battle, unfortunately, for now. But obviously it's Baku. Anything can happen. We'll see if safety car later in the race can bring him back in, or the strategy. He's on the quicker medium. And last week as well, having troubles as well, only finishing P9. So strong start to the season. He's having a rough middle stint. And we'll see if he can rebound to a top 5. We'll see about that. Just because he hit the wall doesn't mean these guys can't. That does put a little bit less pressure on the Red Bull. And now, just as last week, we have the 2 Mercedes against the sole Red Bull driver of Snipper Pig. And last week, it was the guy in P3, Bats Plus, who took the win. And also, Snipper Pig and Perry, when they were going a little wheel to wheel, they had a little contact in the final quarter of Britain. Perry went spinning, and instead of getting a double podium for Mercedes, he finished P5, which isn't the end of the world. But he, you know, that's not what you want. It's not ideal. It was deemed a racing incident. No one submitted to the stewards. It was a fine battle at that. Just hard racing between the two of them, and I expect the same here today. We're almost at halfway. You know, when they added this track back in 2016, this was actually my first league race ever. When I started league racing, was on this track, and I remember how nervous I was because, number one, I never did league racing before. Number two, I wasn't too good. And number three, it was Baku. So I was completely nervous at the time. And I'm sure most of these guys, this is not their first day in the office. But for me, it was very nerve-wracking on this track. It was a new track for everyone. So it was... everyone really wanted to drive it because of the castle section right there. We've never seen really a a sequence in a Formula One track, at least more currently. I really don't know of that tight of a section. And I crashed out on lap 23. The final few corners coming onto the straightaway, we'll see Perry go through them now. It's and today's I crashed out right over here on the left. That's where I might still be there. In 2016, those were actual corners, and these cars not so much unless you have wing damage. And in 2016, you really had to maneuver those corners quite well, otherwise you'd be in the wall. A little bit of dirty air or the sorts will put you offline, and if you lift, you're losing all the time. So we'll see in like the dirty air now with Packer. You know, today this is not even a really much of a corner with the amount of downforce these cars have and speed they're carrying. Packer's going to rebound here over Be Good, not even using the battery. Nice oh, there we go. Nice recovery there. Nice fast lap. 42.881 on the medium. We'll see if that could get beaten. I'm sure others are going to pit later on. Gold Raider, the other half of the Haas, is into the pits. Just as a side note, I'm going to miss this livery. I really do like the Haas. I'm the Haas livery, and now we're going to go to the Russian Haas. So I'm not really looking forward to that. It's different, but I don't know if different's a good thing for the Haas. I really do like that car. It looks very nice, and it's going to be different next game. I'm excited for next game. It's going to be interesting. A bunch of new liveries, new teams. The new F1 season's been a pretty crazy start to it. As we go to a few weeks, I think it's Portimao, I believe. Oh, Ferrari gets real close to TJ. You don't want more wing damage. Jones could still get a few points here. He's going to the end. We know that. But he's got to get past the AlphaTauri cleanly in order to do so. Remember earlier in this race, both Ferraris ironically hit the walls. Dre hit the castle right there. Jones on the exit of where I was showing you earlier, the last final corners to get onto the straightaway. Jones had to pit. Now he sees himself in P13, about a half second back of TJ. He should get DRS on the straightaway. Coming through here is a very difficult corner with the curb. You got the wall and coming downhill section as well. You need the traction almost perfect to get out of it nicely. And this one too, you just gotta pretty much nail it. As long as you're within this distance, you can do the overtake. Jones opting to use all that battery. He's got barely none. He's going to use some more as well, and he's got DRS, but TJ is also defending. It looks like, I don't know if he's coming in. No. But yeah, Jones is going to need to do some better battery management. Let's see if he goes around the outside. This could be a nice one. And Jones cleanly around the outside. That's a good move. TJ opted to defend the inside, but Jones said, no, you could do that. I'll just go around here. Thank you very much. And he's up to P12. Still a few points, few positions off, but that's all right there. McLaren and Renault battle. Oh, but what happened to Jones? Whoa, but TJ's coming back at him. I should have stayed with him. That's my apologies. AlphaTauri coming back. That same TJ. Nice move, and TJ coming back. And he's giving Jones a little bit of a headache, as now the Ferrari is going to have to... He's going to have to sit all the way through this middle sector to do it all over again next lap. And they're flirting with the barriers here, folks. Whoa, whoa. Really close. Ryan, the Renault. On Giggle, the McLaren. Should be a nice and easy move with DRS here, Giggle. Looks like he's coming into the pits. Yes, he does. Be Good as well. First stop of the pit. First pit stop of the day. Thank you very much. Hard tires to the end of the race for Be Good. Nice performance so far. Let's keep it up. Giggle as well. Let's see if Jones could get back TJ here for P12. The front runners, a little bit of a gap. Let's see if Jones could do it. Let's see if he could copy and paste his move from last lap. Still, Alpha T's going to go on the inside, Jones around the outside, and he's going to get it. He must have practiced that in practice this week, because that was textbook both times over. Now, does he have enough battery to keep ahead of the Alpha T? TJ uses his battery, but I don't think close enough. No, that's going to be a dive. That's going to be suicidal there. You would be in the end road there, but Jones overshoots it. Come on, let's see. As long as Jones can stay clean in this middle sector, he'll have clean air, and he should pull away. Nice little battle between there. That's kind of what we needed in this middle section of the race. Just want to mention, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate all the support, liking, and subscribing. Keep some comments going as well. Ben G says Gold Raider for the win. That was a little while ago. He's sitting P8 is the Haas. He just put on some nice mediums. It looks like it's getting dark, so I was told it's going to be dry, but I don't know. If we keep hitting walls and getting VSCs, maybe a safety car, maybe it'll rain. And I'm going to butcher the name. Is it Lior or probably Lior? I don't know how else I would say. That's what you get for cutting that corner every lap. I don't know what he's referring to, but yeah, you don't want to cut the corners. You get a penalty. We're running strict corner cutting today, and if you cut the corner too much, you'll get a penalty, or if you don't cut it enough, you'll hit the wall. So that's either or. And I just want to shout out, tomorrow the Platinum class is back up and running for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix round number 7. That is going to be an interesting race. Tasmanian Devil is not... He's been defeated last week, which was Stanley, winning his first race in the Platinum class division at the 100% race of Britain. If you guys did not see that race, we do apologize. It was not streamed. We had a little bit of an unfortunate problem with the streaming of YouTube. We did, fortunately, as Perry comes in, let's see where he comes out. The commentators did still commentate it live. They recorded it and they put it up on the channel, so you could watch it there. We also have the highlight videos, which I'm sure, hopefully, everyone is enjoying. Those are fun to do. And if we get enough support for them, maybe we'll even do some for the other classes. You know, like always, everything takes time. So if we have enough support and the support is there, we might even throw some out for golden or silver for some highlight videos. So make sure you support the Platinum class and your top tier of TCR. And if that all goes well, you know, we might even do it for some of the other classes. And as we round up season 11. I'm not even gonna start saying roundup, because I'm gonna start tearing up here, you know, and then Blynn's gonna be crying tomorrow, you know. It's not what we want to do, but towards the end of the season, we'll put some more videos together, highlight videos, top 5s, all that sort of thing, which is also always fun and cool. So make sure you guys save your clips and all, and maybe submit them as well. That's always good. Spencer Marsh, look at you. You're doing a good job talking to yourself. I do that my whole life, Spencer. I am quite good at that. When there's someone else in the booth, I don't know how to talk. We don't know how to talk, you know. I'm good at talking to myself. You know, I got a mirror right here. I'm watching the stream. I got you right over here. And we're having fun. We're having fun. But yeah, Platinum class tomorrow. Yet Stanley won. He defeated Taz. He won 5 in a row. No. Yeah, 5 in a row in the season, 6 together. He won finale last season. Packer, he has a penalty. He's going to try to get just Jose very close. Look at that Alpha. I love the back of the Alpha. I really do. It's a nice looking back of the F1 car. To me, that's important in a car. But man, these guys are really drag racing. Just Jose's just going to slip into the slipstream. And that's Haas up to P4, so not too bad. Not too bad of a recovery. You know what, Baku, it's always exciting but you're going to have your dull moments because it is a tough, it's a skill gap track. Not everyone is good at Baku, and that's fine. Not everyone, you know, loves every single thing, you know. Perry, nice first sector. But that's why you see a little bit of a skill gap. You don't want to hit the wall. People get afraid of Castle. We saw a few guys hit the walls today, and that's okay. But it's the safety cars, the wrecks, and all the good stuff that I mean, look how close you got to get to these barriers. That's very and he probably could have gotten even closer and get some more tenths out of it, but you gotta do your risk management. Oh, I almost dropped my controller. But we're gonna have the dull moments. That's how Baku is, at least for the last few seasons in TCR since we raced here. But you will have your crazy moments as well. I remember one season, I think back in season 6, coming through here. It's on a channel somewhere if you look up the mosh pit. I think that's what it's some video like that. Huge wreck in Platinum. I think it was Jeremiah. He used to race in Platinum. He got loose behind a car. He got too close with the dirty air. He spun it, and we run ghosting off. We like the realistic performances here. Not in the car, but you know, realistic as it can be. And the ghosting was off, and it collected everybody. I mean, everybody. I mean, he was about midpoint, and maybe P6 at the time. And everyone else, I mean, 5, 6, 7 cars, all DNF, wings everywhere. I don't even think there was a safety car. That was back probably in 2018 game. But if you guys look that up on the channel, it should be there. It's quite crazy of a race. Baku is always a we have Chargers here overtaking Be Good. So Be Good put those hards on, but I don't see them really getting into temperature. I don't know, maybe it got a little cooler out potentially. Maybe I don't know. I mean, that's asking a lot for Codemasters. But Chargers up into the points after a spin in Castle earlier on, I think, the opening lap. So Red Bull has to get back up there. Ryan on the back of Bam Bam. But Baku always puts up some crazy dramatic incidents in TCR, and pretty much every league and every race that you do here, because it just provides for a really nice, racing. And I actually love this track. I think it's very cool. They go around the old city, they go around the new one. You get the long straight, which is cool. Now, all the tracks that come out in F1, they love the long straights. And it's like, it's good for once, but like, everyone likes Baku because of the long straight. But now when you start copying, that's when it gets repetitive. So in my opinion, it's devaluing this track because all the others are copying it. And you can't repeat this track. I mean, this track is interesting for this straight and just the tight section. It's just, we've really never seen it before since it's been introduced. So it is one of my favorites. It really is. It's probably one of my favorites since of the new tracks that have joined. I'm not too much of a fan of like your Vietnams and those things like that. It just doesn't make sense. Takes the fun out of it. Got Golderator here. Let's see if he makes a move. We're looking at the top Snipper Pig. I should maybe get mention how good of a performance he's doing, or maybe I shouldn't. Usually my commentator's curse is bad. A Golderator down the inside. He's gonna cut the corner. That's smart. I'd rather see you cut the corner than hit the Renault. And he went for a gap that just was closing on him. So he's gonna wait for the straight. All these guys around 20 to 30% battery. Golderator a little bit more. And Snipper Pig, yeah, 5.5 second gap over the Mercedes in second. And then back another second is the other half of the Mercedes. So Mercedes is doing quite well. And oh, I was going to say, yeah, Bats Plus coming into the pits. He's going to two-stop it. Interesting. I don't know if you could win the race like that. I really highly doubt it. I mean, the hards could definitely get to the end, if I'm correct. I mean, I've played enough F1 games to say you could get to the end. I mean, even if it's not optimal, you can eke it out. For sure. You could definitely eke that out. Maybe he's trying to bait the Red Bull. Because maybe he's doing a little, Mercedes strategist here. You got Perry, who already pitted. He's going to the end in second. So, because you had two drivers up there, they were able to play some games with the Red Bull. They kind of split the strategy there. A little bit of a team game. Maybe Batch Plus says, I'm not gaining. Let me do something else. I could get back to the podium. Packers got a penalty. Perry was going to pass Batch Plus anyway. And we have a safety car. This changes everything. Why do we have a safety car? Wait. I'm actually very confused. Why do we have a safety car? No one crashed. No one left. Did someone throw a shoe on the track? Is this Montreal over? Did someone... What happened? TJ getting some tires. That's good for him. Snipper Pig, leader comes in. This is crucial. Does Perry follow? I would. You got to put the softs on. You got to put the softs. Does Packer stay out here? He's got a penalty. No, he's going to come in. Bats Plus just pitted. He might gain a position here. He was a few seconds back. He'll get it on Packer for sure. This might play right into the hands. Will he get back to second? Teammates coming out now. Gun it, gun it, gun it. Ooh, that's close. You got to keep fighting, even under yellow, and Bats Plus is very nice. You gotta watch the delta, but you gotta still race. Ah, no, he had to give it back, huh? Or no, he didn't. No, what am I saying? He didn't have to do nothing. Bats Plus is in second. That was actually very wonderful. Very close. He was able to pit. He got the softs. It kind of equaled out in the end, although he's now going to be right on the back of Snipper Pig for the end of the race. That's the difference. And like mentioned earlier, Baku has your dull moments. But at some point, I don't know why this was caused. I think this is a glitch. It has to be. There's no one left, no one retired. Unless I missed it. We have a safety car. We're going to have maybe 3-4 laps left. Red Bull versus Mercedes here. Can Packer get onto the... I think Packer served his penalty, so he's clean to go, which was very nice for the Haas. He's back into this race. He had a mistake earlier on. I was a little bit judgmental. I'll take it back, Packer. I'm sorry. I'll take it back. But I want to see you on the podium. At the end of the day, I had you P3. So, as long as you make my prediction go right, then I'm happy. We got both Alfa Romeos, P5 and P6. This is not something you'd see in Platinum. Sorry, Professional and Chatty. You won't see that in Platinum. No, I'm kidding. At least not last week, you don't. Go watch the highlights. P5 and P6. X Ryan and 7. All these guys are pitting. This is just going to be it's like a 3-lapper. It's like you could call it a 5-lapper. But I think it'll be like 4 laps. So you could call it a 4-lapper. That's fine. We can have a slight difference in it. We'll change the rules. We'll do a 4-lapper. It might be a 3-lapper. These guys are... Look at how far behind these guys are. I mean, I'm just going to say it. Look how... they are like... These guys are in turn 2, the leaders. These guys are still in the old city. They're still on the transit bus coming back. It's got to be at least 2 more laps. I mean, this is a long lap. You catch up. Yeah, that's for sure. But, I mean, it's... we're going to be around a little while. It's almost like Belgium. It's a really long lap here. It is kind of... What is a Belgium lap time? 45's race pace? 44? And what are we doing here? Let's check. I don't even know. 143s, 44s. It's probably around Belgium. Although Belgium's really big, and I think it's a longer track for sure. So when you go around Belgium, it's like, yeah, you're gonna be slow. Here, it's not so bad. You got slower corners. Belgium's quick, so. And I'm down to my last sips of water, which I mentioned earlier in the stream. I don't know if I'll get to the end with it. Post-race interviews might be a little bit of a doozy. If anyone has any questions for the post-race, for the drivers, leave them down below. I'll definitely ask them. We don't know who the top 3 is, but just keep thinking of it. Don't forget, if you are gonna tune in tomorrow for the Platinum class, their Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Can anyone else beat Tasmanian Devil, as he got beat last week by Stanley in the 100% race? They're back on the streets. Anything could happen on the streets of Baku. I think we're gonna do another lap here. Has to be another lap. So it's gonna be what? 4 or 5. It's gonna be a 3-lapper at the end of the day. It's gonna be 3 laps. This is gonna be fun. We had kind of a dull period, but this is how it's gonna be. I also remember when we a few other memories here in TCR back in the previous seasons. We had in Platinum, I remember one time it was my teammate at the time, Talon, who's probably, I think he's, besides me, the longest as far as race starts. He's got 100 and probably 15 or so. At the time, he was going for his first win at Baku, and I believe he got it at Baku. We had a similar instance here. We were teammates. Safety car, the exact same amount of time. He was going for his first win. We had a 3-lap to end the race here at Baku, and he was able to hold off. I think it was Roll of all people. It was another TCR vet at the time, and I was trying to get in there as well. So he was able to hold on for his first win in Platinum, and it was here at Baku. I don't know if I ever won at Baku. I don't think so. I always have bad troubles at Baku. You could have all the speed in the world, if someone in front if someone loses it in front of you here, there goes your weeks of practice. Even with ghosting on or off, it sometimes it doesn't catch it in time. As we're gonna we're gonna get back going here. All right. So safety car is in. Speeding, or not speeding, penalty for, who's that? Ryan. Parry. Alright, we're all good here. Sort yourself out, guys. Come on. So it's up to Snipper. Let's see when the pig will go. We got 3 laps here. It's going to be a 3-lapper, like mentioned. He's got a nice gap in front. He's going to warm his tires up, and it's up to him when he wants to go. Bats Plus leading back. Parry ignoring yellow flags. He's got a penalty for that. We're gonna have to watch that. We might that might be reviewed. Let's see when he's gonna go. He's gonna crawl. He's gonna do who's that? Doesn't Bottas do that, or Verstappen? Who does that? Turkey mentioned it last week. Regardless, we are off for the green. Snipper Pig gets a nice start. Just Jose down the inside. He's gonna have contact, and he spins. No, comes back on track, and the Haas is out. Not it's Golden Raider into the wall. And another just Jose still ping-ponging, or is that Bam Bam? Someone's ping-ponging off those walls, and the Haas is out. I don't know about that one there, Chief. That looked intentional to me, and that will be looked at, in my opinion. Will be looked at. But we got Red Bull out in front versus the Mercedes. Just Jose had a good start. I don't know. They all kind of bottlenecked onto the straight. And Just Jose went down the inside. He didn't really give the chance of the Mercedes to get out in front or even challenge the Red Bull. We're going to stick with these the top guys for the remainder of the race. Okay, let's see what these guys have. They all have the softs on. It's an equal fight. Bats plus 1 lap older, but he didn't really get up to speed on that one. So it's pretty much equaled out. All out brawl. Straight to the end of the race. We're coming out down to 2 laps to go. Snipper Pig is outside of the DRS on the Mercedes. I don't even think he would get it. Maybe on the last lap. Will there be a switch of the Mercedes? Remember, Perry has the penalty. You might as well. You probably won't want to do that, but Snipper Pig is leading this race. 1.1 the gap. Setting the fastest lap, 41.6 on the softs. You got Jones overtaking the McLaren in 7th. Coming around, nope, he's going to take it as well. And let's see if Packer, he's penalty free, he served it. He's probably going to get Perry with the penalty, but will he want to do it on track? Probably, he still has a shot for the win. Never know what's going to happen in front. Oh, and Trismic's out. That's going to be, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 retirements on the day. There's going to be no more safety cars because we are 2 laps, a lap and a half. Another penalty for Perry, so he's picking some penalties up. Losing concentration towards the end of the race. Let's see if he could at least hold on to a top 5. That might be another podium slipped away from the Mercedes late in the race. He does very nice in the middle start of the races. But Packer, down the inside, he's going to try to go for it. But no, thinks better of it. He'll get him on the straight. All about that exit. Perry's got a slipstream ahead. Looks like Snipper Pig coming to the final lap of the race. He has pretty much controlled it from start to finish. Can he finish it? Very dominant performance in my opinion. Another fast lap, 41.1. He's going to pick up an extra point. Snipper Pig joined the season a race or 2 late, and he has picked up points and points, helping the Red Bull and getting himself situated into a championship fight against Packer in 4th, who has not been, let's say, up to par as far as some of the earlier results in the season, but he's looking for another podium, which is nice to see. Giggle and Bam Bam going at it. Bam Bam's going to run him deep, but he's going to get the traction. He's up to 8th. Giggle went wide, had a lock up. Drizmic just out of the race, says he couldn't catch a break in the race today. He had a nice move, some nice moves earlier, if I remember correctly. He's P13 as a DNF. There he is, Perry. Losing the position on Packer. I think it's all about that exit. I think that's really what it was. Packer wanted to get by him, and he did. Let's see if he can secure P2. Last lap of the race. This is it. Alright, it went really quick for me. He's got pole position. He has fastest lap. And if he could hold it, he's got the win. Red Bull is going to sweep the weekend, sweep the race. He's going to win in Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's Red Bull on top, followed by Bats Plus in 2nd, QVR Packer in 3rd. The other Red Bull up into 4th, Jones 5th. What happened to Perry? If that's... Oh, he's got the penalty, okay. But how did these guys get up here? Did I miss that? Very nice day from Jones, if that's the case. Hitting the wall in quality, hitting the wall in the race. to get himself a top 5, I will say Jones is on a upward trajectory. I can't say that word. That's above my pay grade here. We'll just say he's on the come up. How about that? And Chargers as well. Spinning on the opening lap. Getting wing damage, having to pit up to come back to 4th is a good day in the office considering. So another good day for Red Bull. Or Chargers, you know, coming back onto form. But as mentioned earlier, these 3 teams, it's the Red Bull, the Mercedes, and the Haas. Snipper Pig, he swept the day today. He took the mop out. He started sweeping. Yeah, he took the mop out. He said he'll give it to the other guys to sweep. He's gonna watch him. He's gonna watch everyone else sweep the floors because he just had pole position. He won the race and the fast lap. He's gonna get 26 points. Red Bull as well into 4, so really good. All these teams, I told you, these 3 are very, very. And you know what? I gotta scroll down all the way to the bottom. Otherwise, Jones he gets mad at me for the points. So I scroll all the way down. Here we go. But very nice race. Jones up to P5. Perry with those penalties. He might contest one of them under safety car to maybe get himself some points. But and also we had Be Good coming in to his returning race. Didn't really work out for him on the hard since he pitted. Then he lost some track position by going on the hard. So pretty much a mistake-free day. I think the strategy just didn't work out for him. Up to P12. I probably would have had a little bit better for him. Before everyone leaves, you have Platinum Class tomorrow, 8:15 p.m. Eastern for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Make sure you guys tune in. Hit the like before you leave. It's very much appreciated. Share it out. And if anyone has any questions for the post-race interviews, let me know. I will be taking a second break to invite those guys, and I'll be right back in a minute so I can catch my breath. Alright, welcome guys to the post-race interviews. Does anyone have a Snipper Pig friended? I don't even know what his username is. Does it start with S? Nothing's coming up. Oh, you know what? I forgot you could do that. Oh no, he left. God damn it.
No, I have him. I
You
have
do?
him on my friends list. Yeah.
What? To the party you got him? You could do that? Yeah? Oh, nice. Yeah, if you do that, that'd be awesome. Alright, so hopefully he joins. If not, I'll try to send him another invite. Oh, you know, let me do this all professional. Let me get into the theater mode here. And we'll start. So hopefully Snipper Pig joins us soon.
I just added him.
Awesome, thanks. Yeah. Alright. P3 was QVR Packer, is that correct?
Yes.
Alright. Congratulations
Sir.
on P3. Nice, awesome, thanks. Congratulations on P3. It was kind of a recovery drive, sort of, since I had a little mistake, which cost you pretty big, and in the middle of the race, when you were sitting pretty much net P2 behind Snipper Pig, you hit the wall at a turn 16, I believe, coming down the hill, had to pit, you put the tires on, and you pretty much only got back into this position based off the safety car. I know, kind of, was it a good day in the office, considering, or how do you kind of go about some results like this where you kind of could have had a little bit more, but, coming around the streets of Baku, it's a difficult race. How do you kind of judge that as far as your performance here?
I'd say obviously pretty decent recovery. A little bit lucky with the safety car, but I was in that position anyways without the safety car, and I think I was actually the one to cause that safety car because I got a full red wing in the castle section. But um, yeah, great, pretty decent race overall. Just nicked that curb at the angle you don't really want to, sent me into the wall, got wing damage, and then yeah, I had to pit, and then I was recovery from then on. So yeah, a little bit mad at myself, but I mean P3 from what would have been a net P2, we just didn't lose too much.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you came back. Any other? You think without that safety car, you wouldn't have gotten back to where you were today on the podium?
Well, since I was the one who caused the safety car, probably not.
Yeah, you're right.
Considering full
If
red
you didn't
wing,
get
but
it in,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, probably not.
So you're very lucky in a way. You kind of suicide,
Yeah.
like a little.
Self-given luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're. This is round number 7. We have around 5 rounds left. You are leading the championship. I don't know about how much today. I pretty much assume
I
you
think it's
are.
28 to Snipper Pig now. I'm not sure how much it is to Perry, but
Yeah, I leave the calculator to Jones, which is a bad idea to be honest with you. But given the competition the last 2 weeks, we had some nice battles between the top 3 teams last week in Britain. Same here today. How do you kind of judge your competitors' speeds, and what are your shot as far as coming back, bouncing back into victory lane or on the top step for like next week? How do you feel about Russia, and as we come to the end of the season here?
normally do pretty decently, based on pace at least, around Russia. So hopefully that's better than this week. I think I had the pace here tonight, but obviously going into the wall twice is not exactly on the agenda, and neither was crashing into a retired AI car last week. But yeah, hopefully Russia goes a lot better, and maybe I can get my 4th win of the season.
Awesome. Well, I don't really have much else. It was kind of a straightforward. Well, not really, but for Baku standards, I would say so. So, congrats on the P3, and good luck for the rest of the season. Put up a nice fight and give us a good show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we'll move to P2, which was, let's see, Mercedes Bats Plus. You kind of listened to me last week. You got your first win in Britain. I said, a couple more good performances, and you would get towards the top 5 and potentially qualify for the All-Star race in 2 weeks' time. And we see yourself back on the podium. So a nice race, pretty much no struggles from my point of view. How would you say your race went today? And pretty much a very nice race in the Mercedes, and bouncing off from the win last week.
Yeah, I think I was a little bit off the pace from the front few guys, and I was going to 2-stop and Perry was going to 1-stop. But then I ended up being kind of by myself for most of the race, so Perry and I both caught a VSC right after everyone else went by the pits, so we got pretty much a cheap pit stop.
Nice.
So I basically just put the hards on with 20 laps left and just rode around until the safety car. But the safety car kind of cost us a double podium because Perry may have been able to catch Snipper, but we definitely would have gotten 2nd and 3rd. So it cost us a position in the end.
Yeah, I mean, kind of how crucial is your, yeah, I mean, the Mercedes, both of you guys have been doing pretty well. Perry kind of, 2 weeks in a row, kind of like just, the podium kind of just slipped away from him, pretty much not in his hands, kind of by luck and unfortunate luck. But the top three teams of Mercedes, Red Bull, and Haas and the Golden, um, you guys are all within, I think, 15 points or even less, maybe 10 or something like that. So how crucial is that teamwork? I know you guys have the party and everything going, but how as a team do you guys feel coming in these races here?
Well, I think we could definitely win. Perry will end up fourth because he got a 5-second penalty from the safety car. I think Packer like kind of went by him a little bit on the back straight, and it ended up giving him an illegal overtake. So he'll end up finishing fourth. Um, but I think overall, I think we have the best shot because we're usually in the top, riding around the top 5 or 6 most races, and
For sure.
um, I think it's Chargers and I forget who else is in the Haas, but they
Uh,
usually
yeah,
they seem
Golden.
to they seem to have run into incidents lately. I saw Chargers crash in the castle, and I think Golderator DNF'd. They'll pick up a lot of points and see how the rest of the season goes.
Awesome. Um, you didn't quite have the pace as far as the win. I mean, you were keeping up. It didn't seem like you had enough in the last few laps of the safety car race. Or anything you could have done differently? I did see the Alfa Romeo. I think it was just Jose. Kind of went down your inside at the start of it. You kind of had to leave a little bit of room there. There's a little bit of contact. Anything you could have done a little bit differently in the last 3 laps to maybe snag the win? Or was
No, I
Snipper
don't
just
think
too
so.
quick?
I think Jose jumped the start because he passed a couple of guys before the line, and he ended up on my inside. So I didn't want to wreck him. So I left him enough space to at least be able to back out of it. I don't think he actually hit me. I think he hit the wall
Inside.
and
Gotcha.
maybe lost it, but I didn't get a warning or anything for contact, so he probably just backed out of it too late. But
Right.
once that happened, I mean, I kind of just wanted to hold second place.
Right.
I didn't really push too hard, and Snipper was pretty quick anyway, so I didn't really mind second place in this one.
Awesome. Well, another good performance. So congratulations to you. Good luck next week in Russia and towards the Ulster race and other events towards the end of the season. So good luck in all of that.
Yep, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, Snipper Pig, your winner today. You swept today. You got pole position, your fastest lap, and you got the win as well. You pretty much led and kind of I'm gonna say dominated the win today. I think your pace was kind of out there. It was pretty much all in control. Kind of talk us through your race today, and was there anyone gonna beat you today? I mean, you seem pretty nice out there as far as not getting too close to the barriers and such. You can't admit that when he's in the party. We still got
I have
5
the
races.
psychological advantage.
Oh yeah, he's gonna come back next week and he's gonna wipe the smile off your face. Me too. I said my say in the stream tonight as well. Um, as far as the constructors go, your teammate did pretty well to get back to I think P4, maybe P5 if Perry gets his penalty removed. He had I don't know, the last few races Chargers hasn't seemed on tip-top shape. He had I think 4 podiums in the season in the first 4 races, and then he's kind of had a few issues here. It seems like you're like the Verstappen of the real life. You kind of need your Red Bull teammate up there because it's you and the two Mercedes pretty much running you and around and everything like that. So, are you with your teammate in party, or how close are you guys together as far as communication and stuff like that? Oh man. Well, maybe yeah. I mean, maybe you'll start talking when you win, and then you'll just say, "All right, let's celebrate." Nice to meet you. Give them a drink, and say we won. But we're still a long way from that. Yeah. Congrats on the win. There's not really much to say. It's kind of straightforward for the top guys. Very nice. Nicely managed, I would say. So congrats on the win. I think it's your second one as well of the season. So really nice there. And next week we are at Russia for the Russian Grand Prix, but tomorrow is the Platinum class for Azerbaijan Grand Prix, so don't forget to tune in for that for 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Next week we are at Russia before we head to the off week, which we have our All-Star race at Bahrain Short for TCR, and details are in the Discord, and we'll put some more announcements out for those wondering. Other than that, thank you all for the support and tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe before you head on out. All the information is down below in the description. Other than that, thank you all for the post-race interviews and a tremendous Baku Grand Prix. We will do it again tomorrow night, and thank you all once again. My name is Seafreeze, and until next time, have a good night, everybody.